Okay, let's have a quick discussion about duplicating objects or creating copies of the object. So if you wanted to create a copy of the object, you just have to select the object. You can press Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and an object is created over there. So you have to grab it and you have to move it. If you are unable to do that, you will notice a new cube has been created over here for you. You can select it from there. Now there is another thing called as duplicate. Fine. If you select an object and press Shift D, a duplicate object is created for you. Now what is the difference in duplicate and this thing? A duplicate object shares a lot of information with the original object. Like for example, let's see this. I'm just going to add some color to this for your understanding, and I'll just show you in a different preview. Since I duplicated it later on, let me create a duplicate of this. Fine. Now these two objects are sharing the same internal information, and if I change this color, you will notice both of them are changing. Fine. And this one, now if I create a copy of this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and grab it and move it around, and now if I change the color, you will notice that copied one does not share the information. It's an independent object. So the idea is you should create duplicates if you want to use certain internal information, just like the color or material which I've shown. That saves some space for us, but make sure if you are duplicating it, something like color will be same. If you are changing the color, it will reflect on all of them. And if you are creating a copy by Ctrl C, Ctrl V, then you are going to have a complete separate object. Fine. So this is simply about copies and duplicates of the object. Fine. So using the same mechanism, now let's try to quickly create that Rubik cube thing over here. Fine. We started with that, so let's do this, and this time I'm going to explain how to precisely move your objects. So if you zoom in, you can see that our grid can be seen properly now. So now I'm going to do a Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Now this time what we can do to make it very precise, I will say grab on X by 2.1. Fine. So this is 1 unit and 2 units. It moves from the center. Fine. Now I'll say Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then grab on X by 2.1. Okay, this is done. Now since we were in the front view, these have aligned perfectly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them. To select multiple of them, you can, since I'm in a box select mode, you can do a box select like this, or you can do a shift select. Make sure any other object is not selected. Fine. Sometimes this light and other things get selected. So let's get to the front view, zoom in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and say grab in Z axis by 2.1. Okay. Okay, I think the copies did not get created, so let me just select that again. So we have 4 cubes over here. Let's just delete one of them from here. One cube is extra. I think somewhere here there are 2 cubes over here. I think while trying it out, let's just delete this cube. So now we have 3 cubes over here. Okay. Now let's select these cubes, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. You can see few more cubes are created. Now grab on Z by 2.1. Similarly, again Ctrl C, Ctrl V, grab on Z by 2.1. Done. Okay, so now you can see a precisely adjusted stuff is created. So let's just select these 9 of them. Let's go to the side view, and our light is also selected over here. Let's unselect the light. Okay. Now Ctrl C, Ctrl V on Y axis by, let's say, minus 2.1. Okay, I didn't grab it. Let's say grab on y-axis by -2.1, and again Control C, Control V, grab on y-axis by -2.1. okay, you could have done +2.1 also, and you see in this manner we have created a perfectly aligned cube over here very nicely. And the other thing is that for manual movements with mouse, you can click on an object, grab it and move it. Fine. If you press Control, then it sticks to these grids. Fine. So you can precisely set this movement like this also manually if you are trying to do that. So this is how you can use move, copy, duplicate and create some interesting objects.